Premiering on September 24, 1985, Growing Pains ran for 7 seasons and 166 episodes following the Seaver family of Huntington, Long Island, a psychiatrist who moves his practice home so his journalist wife can return to work, and the 3, eventually 4, children they raise along the way. One nearly died on camera from an eating disorder the tabloids turned into a spectacle. One was a homeless teenager taken in by the show for 2 seasons before becoming the biggest movie star in the world. One voiced a Charlie Brown character as a child and battled addiction as an adult before old castmates helped pull him back. One died collapsing on a hockey rink at 69, and one disappeared in Vancouver during the Winter Olympics and was found after a desperate 2-week search. So where did they all end up? Alan Thicke plays Dr. Jason Seaver, the psychiatrist father whose decision to run his practice out of the family home so his wife can resume her career was a genuinely progressive premise for a 1985 sitcom. Thicke played Jason with warmth, dry wit, and an improvisational ease that made him the show's steady center for 7 seasons. Alan Thicke was born Alan Willis Jeffrey on March 1, 1947, in Kirkland Lake, Ontario, the son of a stockbroker father and nurse mother who divorced when he was 6. His mother remarried physician Brian Thicke, whose surname Alan took. He graduated from Elliott Lake Secondary School in 1965 and attended the University of Western Ontario. Before acting, Thicke built a career as a composer, writing the television theme songs for Different Strokes and The Facts of Life, and hosted the short-lived talk show Thicke of the Night, a high-profile flop that nearly ended his career before Growing Pains began. He was married 3 times, to Days of Our Lives actress Gloria Loring from 1970 to 1984, with whom he had 2 sons, including singer Robin Thicke, to Miss World 1990 Gina Tolleson from 1994 to 1999, with whom he had a son, Carter, and to Tanya Kalau from 2005 until his death. On December 13, 2016, Alan Thicke collapsed while playing hockey with his son Carter at a rink in Burbank, California, and died later that day of a type A aortic dissection at age 69. The cast of Growing Pains, including Leonardo DiCaprio, reunited at his funeral 6 days later. His friend Bob Saget delivered a eulogy. He had appeared as himself in the pilot of NBC's This Is Us just 2 months before his death. Joanna Kearns plays Maggie Seaver, the journalist mother whose return to her career after years at home gives the show its other central premise, and whose balance of ambition and warmth made her one of the more quietly groundbreaking working mother characters of 1980s television. Joanna Kearns was born Joanna Crusy de Verona on February 12, 1953, in San Francisco, California, the younger sister of Olympic gold medal swimmer Donna de Verona. She competed in gymnastics at the 1968 Olympic trials before pivoting to dance, attending UCLA, and studying acting under Lee Strasberg in New York. She landed the lead in the short-lived CBS series The 4 Seasons in 1983, which led to her audition for Growing Pains, where, she has said, she accidentally kissed Alan Thicke on the nose during their first read together, and the two were cast as a pair. She was married to producer Richard Kearns from 1976 to 1985, with whom she has a daughter, and to architect Mark Appleton from 1994 until their 2019 divorce. After Growing Pains, Joanna Kearns transitioned almost entirely into directing, eventually helming episodes of Dawson's Creek, Grey's Anatomy, ER, Pretty Little Liars, This Is Us, and Fuller House, among dozens of others. During the show's run, Kearns played an instrumental, behind-the-scenes role in supporting co-star Tracy Gold through her struggle with anorexia, reportedly confronting producers directly to demand change. In November 2016, Kearns was diagnosed with breast cancer following a routine screening. She underwent a double mastectomy and has been cancer-free since. She continues to direct television regularly. She is 73 years old as of May 2026. Kirk Cameron plays Mike Seaver, the charming, underachieving oldest Seaver child whose transformation from class clown to genuinely responsible young man gives the show its central coming-of-age arc. Cameron was rocketed to teen idol status by the role, earning 2 Golden Globe nominations. Kirk Cameron was born Kirk Thomas Cameron on October 12, 1970, in Panorama City, California, the oldest of 4 children of a school teacher father and homemaker mother. His younger sister is Candace Cameron Bure, later known for Full House. He began acting at 9 and landed Growing Pains at 14. At 18, during the show's most popular seasons, he became a born-again Christian, a conversion that led him to push back on the show's content, insisting on script changes. He married his Growing Pains co-star Chelsea Noble in 1991. They have 6 children, 4 adopted and 2 biological, and co-founded the Firefly Foundation, which runs a free summer camp for terminally ill children. After Growing Pains, Kirk Cameron largely left mainstream entertainment for Christian ministry and faith-based film, starring as Buck Williams in the Left Behind series and as a a firefighter in 2008's Fireproof, the highest-grossing independent film of that year. He has hosted Takeaways with Kirk Cameron on TBN since 2021 and produced Lifemark in 2022. In December 2025, he publicly updated a long-held theological position, announcing he now believes in annihilationism rather than eternal punishment for non-believers. In 2024, he and his family relocated from California to Tennessee. He is 55 years old as of May 2026. Tracy Gold plays Carol Seaver, the brilliant, perpetually overachieving middle child whose academic intensity made her the show's most relatable nerd. Gold's real-life struggle with anorexia, which nearly killed her during the show's run, became one of the most publicly documented eating disorder cases of the era. Tracy Gold was born Tracy Claire Fisher on May 16, 1969, and began acting as a small child. She was first diagnosed with early-stage anorexia at 11, stabilizing through counseling and maintaining a healthy weight through most of her teens. In 1991, following a hiatus during which the show's writers added jokes targeting her character after she gained weight, Gold's eating disorder returned far more severely. She was eventually hospitalized at an estimated 80 pounds and suspended from the show, her emaciated appearance widely circulated in tabloids. She returned only for the series' final 2 episodes in 1992, not fully recovered. She married Roby Marshall in 1994. They have 4 sons. After growing pains, Tracy Gold starred in the 1994 television movie For the Love of Nancy, drawing on her own experience with anorexia, and published the memoir Room to Grow, An Appetite for Life in 2003. In 2004, she pleaded guilty to a felony DUI charge after a crash that injured her husband and 2 sons. She has remained a prominent public speaker on eating disorder awareness for decades and continues acting. She won the 2022 Celebrity Edition of Worst Cooks in America. She is 56 years old as of May 2026. Don't forget to hit that like button and subscribe. We release new videos every week. Jeremy Miller plays Ben Seaver, the youngest Seaver child, whose wide-eyed mischief and a piercing trademark scream made him a fan favorite from the show's first season. Jeremy Miller was born Jeremy James Miller on October 21, 1976 in Covina, California, and began acting through commercials before landing guest roles on Charles in Charge, Punky Brewster, and the miniseries Deceptions. He was cast as Ben Seaver at age 8, and also voiced Lannis Van Pelt in 2 animated Peanuts specials during the show's run. At around 14, Miller received letters from an adult stalker who was later arrested and convicted. He is married to Joni Miller, whom he met in a New Orleans elevator in 2004, and helps raise her 3 sons. After growing pains, Jeremy Miller stepped back from acting to train as a chef, eventually founding his own catering company, no small affair. The business collapsed after the 2008 financial crisis, and Miller has said he came close to homelessness before former castmates Kirk Cameron and Alan Thicke intervened to help him find stable work. He has spoken candidly about alcohol addiction that began in childhood and worsened after growing pains ended, crediting a long recovery process with restoring stability. He continues working as a private chef and makes convention and podcast appearances discussing his recovery. He is 49 years old as of May 2026. Ashley Johnson plays Chrissy Seaver, the youngest of the Seaver children, introduced as an infant in the 4th season and aged forward by several years between seasons, joining the family for the show's final 2 years. Ashley Johnson was born Ashley Suzanne Johnson on August 9, 1983, in Camarillo, California, the youngest of 3 children of an exploration ship captain father and independent film producer mother. She began acting at 6 and was cast as Chrissy Seaver shortly after. Her father died in 1999 when she was 16, from complications of liver and lung cancer and hepatitis C. In May 2023, she separated from longtime partner Brian Foster and filed a restraining order against him alleging abuse. She and 6 other women, including her sister, subsequently filed a civil lawsuit against him, resolved through a private settlement announced in January 2025. After growing pains, Ashley Johnson built one of the most respected careers among the cast, appearing in The Avengers, The Help, and Much Ado About Nothing, and starring as forensic specialist Patterson on NBC's Blind Spot from 2015 to 2020. She is best known for voicing and performing motion capture as Ellie in The Last of Us, winning 2 BAFTA Games Awards for the role, the only performer to win the category twice, and has been a series regular on the web series Critical Role since 2015, also serving as president of its charitable foundation. She continues voice and on-camera work, including the 2025 series The Mighty Nine. She is 42 years old as of May 2026. Andrew Koenig plays Richard Boner Stabone, Mike's best friend and partner in low-stakes mischief for the show's first 4 seasons, the long-haired, easygoing sidekick whose nickname grew awkward enough that producers quietly retired the character. Andrew Koenig was born Joshua Andrew Koenig on August 17, 1968, the son of Star Trek actor Walter Koenig and actress Judy Leavitt. He appeared in 25 episodes of Growing Pains between 1985 and 1989 before the role wound down, and worked steadily afterward in guest roles on shows including Star Trek Deep Space Nine and 21 Jump Street, while increasingly moving behind the camera as a writer, director, and editor. He was a committed environmental and human rights activist, traveling to Burma in 2007 with his father to visit refugee camps. He struggled for years with clinical depression, going off his antidepressant medication roughly a year before his death. In early February 2010, Andrew Koenig gave away many of his possessions, moved out of his Venice, California apartment, and traveled to Vancouver, where he had fond memories from filming there decades earlier. He stopped communicating with his parents after February 14th and missed a scheduled return flight. Friends and family, including his father, searched for him for nearly 2 weeks before his body was found in Vancouver's Stanley Park on February 25, 2010. Walter Koenig confirmed that his son had taken his own life, and the family asked that tribute donations go towards suicide prevention resources in the U.S. campaign for Burma. He was 41 years old. Leonardo DiCaprio plays Luke Brower, a homeless teenager the Seavers take in for the show's final 2 seasons, after the family discovers him living on the street. The storyline gave the then unknown 16-year-old DiCaprio his first major recurring television role. Leonardo DiCaprio was born Leonardo Wilhelm DiCaprio on November 11, 1974, in Los Angeles, California, and began acting as a young child, building a resume of commercials and small television roles before joining Growing Pains in its 6th season in 1991. He left the show after season 7 to pursue film, breaking through almost immediately with This Boy's Life and What's Eating Gilbert Grape, the latter earning him an Academy Award nomination at 19. After Growing Pains, Leonardo DiCaprio became one of the most successful and acclaimed actors of his generation, anchored by James Cameron's Titanic in 1997, and a long collaborative partnership with director Martin Scorsese spanning Gangs of New York, The Aviator, The Departed, Shutter Island, and Killers of the Flower Moon. He won the Academy Award for Best Actor for The Revenant in 2016 after 6 prior nominations. He returned to former Growing Pains castmates one final time at Alan Thicke's funeral in 2016. In 2025, he starred in Paul Thomas Anderson's One Battle After Another, which grossed over $200 million worldwide and earned him his 7th Oscar nomination. He is currently filming Scorsese's What Happens at Night opposite Jennifer Lawrence. He is 51 years old as of May 2026. Thanks for sticking until the end. If you or someone you know is struggling with thoughts of suicide, the 988 Suicide and Crisis Lifeline is available by call or text anytime, free and confidential. Don't forget to hit that like button and subscribe. We release new videos every week.